Hello and welcome. My name is Patrick and this is a short step-by-step guide on how to set up your Canon 7D Mark II in a way that allows you to use two buttons on the back of your camera for back button focusing. Welcome again. Believe it or not, it's 2018 and this is my very first YouTube video. How is that even possible? I don't know. Well, I've made this video because I've recently written a blog post about back button focus, how it works, when to use it, and also how to set it up on your camera. If you're interested in the whole post, you will find the link below the video. As part of this article, I made this step-by-step guide for Canon 7D Mark II users. Most cameras you can buy today make it possible to use back button focus by assigning the focus process to a button on the back of the camera. Usually it's the AF on button, but there are several models such as the Canon 7D Mark II that allow you to use back button focus with two buttons. So instead of only that button here, you would have this and this button available. One of the advantages of back button focus is that you can use servo focusing by keeping the AF on button pressed while you stay with the subject. The camera will then readjust focus as long as you stay with the subject. If you have a stationary subject, you push the AF on button and the camera locks focus on the subject. As long as you or your subject won't move, you can then let go and shoot until you're done. So both modes are available on this AF on button, but you also have only one default focus point available. That's a bit of a drawback I find. While you use servo focusing and one shot on the same button, you will have to then still move your focus points until you find the one that you like using. The advantage that I see with using two buttons here is that you can assign servo focusing and one shot onto a button each, and that also allows you to choose sort of a default focus point for the mode that you use. So while you have a stationary subject, for example, that sits still, you could use a smaller focus point that is more accurate because it allows you to sort of take more time because the subject isn't moving. If you use servo mode, which you use for moving subjects, you will need a bigger focus point because it's more difficult to stay on the subject with the smaller ones. So let me show you how I set up my camera, and that is basically how you will need to set it up if you want to use both buttons, this and this one here, for back button focus. Right, first you open the custom controls menu here, and then you see a bunch of buttons that you can customize on this camera. The first one here is a shutter button. That's the one in the front of the camera, which by default has focusing, and you also take the picture. You half press the button, the camera focuses, and then once focus is there, you can press it fully to take the picture. You are going to take the focusing process away from this button. We open it and say metering start, and then the second button, AF on, you change to metering and AF start. Click OK, and you do the same with the AE lock button. This is the one with the star here. There you go. Now you've set it. All you have to do now, you go into both of them again, and then you click Info, and you get the chance to assign either servo mode or one shot to the two buttons. So I'm in the AF on button here at the moment, which I'm using for moving subjects. Therefore, I'll choose AI servo, click OK, and also choose the whatever your desired area mode is. You can choose here. As I explained just now, it's for moving subject, so I'd rather use focus points that have a bit more area to it instead of the very accurate ones here. So in this case, you could choose this one or this one. I'm choosing this one here. Works best for me. Now you go back again, go to AE lock and do the same. Info, and you'll assign one shot to this one here. Okay. And now you can also choose the focus point with the single point in the middle, which is very accurate. So you have the time to really go for the eye of the bird, for example, when it's not moving, and that works really well with that focus point here. Click OK, and you're done. That's it. Now you've assigned this button and this button for back button focus. That means if you, after, for example, a bird in flight, you choose this button here, AF on, press it, wait until the camera has focused properly, and then you can take the picture with the shutter button. Same goes for AE lock, for stationary subjects. You press it, and once focus is achieved, you press the shutter button to take the picture. That's it. For me, this works best because I only shoot wildlife, and it allows me to easily choose between servo focusing and one shot. I've said it in my article before, there is no right or wrong. It all comes down to what works best for you. So I suggest you try it out. You try out the version with one button only, you try out the version with two buttons and see what you're most comfortable with. And I think that's the way you should go. Let me know if you have any questions. That's it for now. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.